Hey, we are Chris and Teresa and are obsessed with all things fiber and guiding you on your fiber arts journey. We own a successful fiber processing mill, an online needle felting business, experienced at raising all fiber animals, and are renovating a 100-year-old school into a fiber arts retreat center.
Processing, needle felting, yarn, roving, fiber animals, and our renovating progress are all topics discussed here. Think of this as your one-stop shop for advice, information, tips, and getting your questions answered on all things fiber, from raising the animals to the finished product and everything in between. So pull up a seat, make sure you're cozy, and get ready to be inspired while you learn. This is Ewetube.
Welcome to Ewetube 78. Teresa gets to read today.
Yes.
Because you have your new glasses on.
Alrighty, so here we are, snuggled on the couch in the gym.
We were a little chilled.
Yeah, I don't know why.
It was cold out and damp out. It was actually really super nice out, but I don't know why. We just got chilled.
Well, it's getting later in the evening and we're just chilly.
Yeah, it's like 9, 10 o'clock. But, so we decided to be here. We were going to climb up on the scaffolding.
Yeah. And
Yeah. But we would have been so far up there, and we couldn't figure out how to reconfigure the whole thing.
And all the lighting. And it was going to be really cool, but then here we are on the couch under blankets. Oh, wow.
Yes.
So.
We're so glad to be with you.
Yes.
Once again.
What have I been busy with this week?
Ready?
You may have seen it if you follow us on Facebook or anywhere. The duckling kit was just introduced. Debuted. That was a idea I had this, I don't know, it was
oh my goodness, you just whacked it up.
The quickest kits I came out with. My daughter wanted a duck. It always goes back to Libby, doesn't it?
You know, it does.
The kids have all said that I never made them anything because a lot of people ask me, so your kids must have cute little animals all over, that you've made for them. And actually, I haven't really done that because they were an income for me. And so it was like, when I get done with this, I'm going to sell it. And I mean, that's the way it was for years and years. And now they're older and they haven't really been asking for animals. So Libby, she asked for a duckling. And so
and she got it.
I went upstairs and made a duckling. And when I was done, I was like, well, this is so cute and easy that it could be a needle felting kit. And so that's where this guy came from. So I turned him into a kit, wrote the instructions. There's also a course in the academy, a video course on the ducklings. So they just, I listed them, was it not yesterday, but the night before for the first time. So there's instructions. There's a beginner kit, detailed instructions with nice big pictures. Everything that you need to know to make the duckling. So those are on bearcreekfelting.com. And that is what I spent most of the week doing. And then I would send Chris text saying, do you have enough duck white and duck foot and everything on the way?
Chris was carding and dyeing. Lots of milling. Good stuff.
And we together,
it's kind of uncomfortable. I don't know. Is that okay?
I don't know about that.
Well, I can't because I don't want to put my arm around you or anything. But is this okay? I'm gonna just do this.
Do what you need to do. Okay. Last week we were in Fargo on, what was it, Wednesday?
Yes.
And we picked out tile.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a doctor's appointment, so we met there. And we picked out tile and we picked out a shower head.
For the honeymoon suite, which is going to be amazing. It's like this big, and it's in the middle of the shower. It's going to be amazing.
And we picked out the electric fireplace that you insert into the fireplace.
And the fireplace sounds kind of lame, an electric fireplace, because I picture the electric fireplace that we had when I was 6 years old in the basement of our Rambler on 9th Street North in Fargo. That it was like crackly, I don't even know how to describe it. It just turned around, spun, and made,
really?
yeah.
No, this one's cooler than that.
Yeah, we actually had to feel it because it looks so real. Yeah, it's pretty cool. And the fireplace itself is going to be amazing. We're going to have, we'll just save that for a surprise. Yeah.
We ordered baseball. Well, we picked out new baseball caps with their logo and stocking caps.
Yeah. So we'll have three new styles of baseball caps and stocking caps.
And then we've been getting a lot of the furniture like we're sitting on through Facebook Marketplace, but we went to antique stores that day too, trying to find more furniture. Found a good spot to find some more furniture.
Yep. We also picked up on Sunday evening, we picked up a piece, an antique, what would you call it? I don't know what you call it. Display shelving unit. Yeah, for the retail store.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have pictures of it next week installed. So
yeah, it's going really in the classroom soon.
We're pretty excited about it. Yep.
And then, so we were trying to figure out all the things that we did last week, and what seems like it's just been nonstop every day. And then we were together on Thursday here and just trying to figure out what we did that day, and we can't remember.
That's pathetic. We know we had a 4:30 meeting, and we remember that meeting.
I think we had a 1 o'clock.
Oh yeah, we had a
4
1 o'clock. Yeah, we remember those too. But for the life of us, we can't figure out what we did.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And then 2 years ago on this date, so every week we go through my pictures in my phone to see what we were doing with the school last year and 2 years ago. And 2 years ago, we got a bunch of snow. It was really, really deep. And that, the snow was still, 2 years ago, was still leaking through this roof and making little piles all over the floor.
Little snow gnomes.
Yeah. Okay, there was snow so deep outside that we couldn't, it wouldn't like...
I tried walking around to the front of the door and got stuck. And I was stuck and I couldn't move. And then Teresa told me to turn around. And you took my picture.
I got several good pictures that day. So there was, lots of snow. And we've been so blessed this year.
Oh, man, yeah.
That we haven't had snow like that, because that would have really changed
and
the way things have been going.
Yeah, last YouTube we talked about this big snowstorm that was supposed to be here tomorrow and Thursday. And
now it's changed.
Nothing.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. It's awesome.
And then last year at this time, I was on vacation with my family, but we had a surprise visitor here.
Yes, we
at
did.
The school.
It was
I wasn't here and I missed it, so you'll have to explain it.
Yes. We had a very special visitor that we did not know. Mr. Ron Anderson came, and just out of the blue, he called and said he was in town. And we were able to give him, you weren't there, but I gave him a tour of, so what he saw at that point, because that was the last time he's been here, because then COVID hit shortly after that. And he has not been back. He's to be back here in another week or two. Hopefully, we're hopefully going to get an interview with him. So he's the gentleman that truly has made this all possible. We're so fortunate for him. But anywho, so what he saw in the gym, it was just, the mezzanine was just 2x4s. And I don't think the walls were even framed up at that time.
Yeah.
I think they just spray foamed the ceiling and the walls were not framed up. yeah, so when he comes now in the next week or two, we're excited. We're super excited to give him the tour.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, and if you don't know anything about who he is, we've shared many, many times of how we had tried to get a loan from a bank and
several banks.
And we finally contacted an alumni from the school that had invented, was responsible for many inventions, really, and he gave us a loan. And so that's how we were able to do this.
Otherwise, I don't know what we would have done.
And we haven't seen him since then.
Yep. And you haven't seen him.
I haven't seen him since
prior to that. So yeah.
Before that.
Yeah. So be good.
It'll be wonderful.
Yeah.
And then every week we do a product feature.
Yeah.
And so
that was easy this week.
Product would be the duckling kit.
Quack, quack, quack.
Super easy.
Yep.
Very fun, very cute. And so last week, I think we mentioned that we had been featured on a podcast called Growing Small Towns. And we just wanted to encourage you to go listen to that because I think we shared different things in that podcast than we share here because we were, asked questions. And so how this came to be, how it happened, what we had to do, like the Kickstarter and everything that led to where we are now. Pretty interesting. So you can find that as the Growing Small Towns podcast with Rebecca Undum. So you have to check that out. The school, what's been going on at the school?
So, oh man.
Lots of things.
That's what we listen to all day.
Yes,
not hammering.
Which was wonderful. Well, whatever it is.
They go 100 miles an hour. And we peek out there and they're like hanging over the sides, putting we couldn't even watch. It
looks scary to us.
It looks terrifying. They're all harnessed up and whatnot, but
and wearing their hard hats.
Yep.
And it was getting dark and you could still hear hammering out there, which was nice to hear because we've been waiting for shingles for a while.
Yes.
So
I mean, everyone who's worked on this, they've been just great. All the subs and whatnot. We're so thankful for them.
Yeah, it was fun to hear that. And I got one picture of part of the shingles on, but I didn't get, it was getting dark and they were still shingling. So you have to wait till next time. I'm sure they're going to be done tomorrow the way they're going. So there'll be pictures of it's going to be fully shingled and something, next week when I share pictures.
And we were planning all day today because they have all the interior walls on the top floor framed up. So we were going to give you all a little video tour of some of the rooms and whatnot. And
the days are too short because
the days are just, and today was not a very good day.
No.
Not a very good day at all.
Yeah. Lots of things happening this week that we wish wouldn't have happened. So none of them that we feel free to, share all the details, but
we don't want to slander anyone or anything like that, but it just has not
some
been
things
a good day.
just are getting us down a little bit. So
a little frustrating. Probably going to end up costing us a bunch of money, of course, and it's frustrating. Yeah, it's been quite a ride, this whole process.
And we try and share everything with you guys, but we don't. We try really, really hard not to talk bad about anyone ever, but especially on YouTube. So we don't know how things are going to turn out either. So it'll all be okay. But it's hard to.
Quite a process.
Some days are hard. Some weeks are hard.
Yeah.
This one was one of those.
That was.
Let's see. Yeah, the sheetrock is getting taped.
Do you know what we did today? We put paint.
Some paint on the wall.
Some paint because we tried out a texture that, because we're trying to match
the plaster. We wanted to have the old
look. And it's got like a sand texture on it. And of course now we have kind of a mix of, had to replace holes and stuff with sheetrock and to mesh that all together with the old plaster. And we think we got it figured out, and we're pretty tickled.
With how it looks. So excited to share that.
Mm-hmm.
So they got done spray foaming. In the gym here today.
About 4:30, 5 o'clock tonight.
So if you haven't been following along for very long, we had the entire ceiling in here done. Mm-hmm. Spray foam and insulation. Some moisture had leaked in through the plastic moisture barrier, and all the insulation was wet, and so then it all had to be replaced. So we had our grand opening of the gym in July of this last year, and then we had to remove all of it. And so we
really haven't been open since then.
Not much, no, because mainly of COVID.
Yeah, but
today we have part of it done with the new wood back up. I don't even know if you can see it in the camera.
Probably not. We love it.
Probably not. Yeah. But they just finished putting the new spray foam layers on today. So then we'll be able to add the wood back up and put the lights back up on the other half. Mm-hmm. And so Chris and I were staining the boards today, and we got quite a system going where we were moving right through.
Yeah.
So that was kind of nice. It took us quite a few to get the...
And I think I have stain on my face, don't I?
Yes. Well, and we have a stain.
Yeah, we
everywhere,
are stained.
Just new tattoos.
I had nice gloves on and
got past that a little bit. So
it's okay.
Oh, and then Livy and Kat, they were upstairs cleaning up my little
because they couldn't be in here because it was
it was a smell.
Just a smell in here.
Well, plus we were staining.
So we shooed them off
so they cleaned that all up, and they have it looking really nice up there.
Oh man, and they did. It was the museum room.
Oh, they cleaned up the windows in there too. Yeah,
gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Mm-hmm. The windows themselves are going to be replaced, but all the woodwork around it and whatnot, they shined it all up and got the cobwebs off of it. And it looks, just beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So moving on to questions. So are you going to save the old windows? They could be the base for fiber projects or sell them as is for rustic design elements.
Awesome.
Yeah, and we're looking for ideas.
We are open for suggestions because we're going to have a boatload of them. A boatload of them. Some of them are pretty broke.
Glass.
Yeah, pretty broke. But there's some. Oh man,
the wood is all decent.
The wood is all beautiful in all of them
because
it's the dark wood on the inside and it's kind of a rusty red color on the outside. And So.
Yeah, we've been thinking all along.
And transoms.
Yeah, that we should do something special with them. We're not sure what that is.
Yeah, so. We'll use some to do some framing with and whatnot, but there's too many for us to use all of them. So suggestions would be amazing.
Yeah, we would love that.
Yeah.
Have you tested the coasters on wood that gets water rings when wet? So
I did even a step further than that. I took a piece of paper and put it underneath that coaster that was in the picture. I don't know if you saw, there was a white piece of paper underneath the frozen water bottle. Yes, that if you watched last week's YouTube. And there was a white piece of paper that I let set, and the frozen water bottle was on the coaster for 3 hours, and it never got through the coaster. So the paper was completely dry, as was the back of the coaster. And my mill was 95 degrees in there, and it was a frozen water bottle. And so you can imagine the condensation that was coming off of that.
So do we think that it would protect wood? Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Very much so.
Absolutely.
And
much better than I've used some hard surface coasters, which are cute, like if they have sayings on them or something, but it drips off. Have you noticed, have you ever used one that is just what is the point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. So I know a lot of you last week watched and you were trying to find these. And so if you go under towards the top, it's shop, and then you have choices of felting, or you have Bear Creek felting choice, you have Dakota Fiber Mill. This would be Dakota Fiber Mill. Chris makes these at her mill. And then you go over to felted products, and then you'd find coasters under felted products. And then when you look at coasters, you will see, I think there's just
many options.
There's a picture of 3 different colors, something like that. Pile. And then you have options, and there's many different colors to choose from. And I know a lot of people were looking for this one because it's really cute.
It's really cute.
And that one, it's listed under red and gray.
Super.
So if you scroll through all the options and see red and gray, and when you put that done or whatever, that choose that one, then this picture will pop up. So you'll be able to find it there. So,
and this is some alpaca. This one is wrapped in alpaca yarn with orange mulberry silk. I just noticed that.
It's cute.
Carla, you did an awesome job with these.
I know, because they look really, really cute together.
Yes.
And their little strings.
Yes.
So, Teresa, have you ever needle felt on a flat stack of the coaster? And I'm not exactly sure what this means. I have felted on a flat piece. We do have flats, rectangle shapes and squares. And I have done a flat felting scene.
Absolutely. It's very fun.
Yeah. So, yeah. Okay, the lights just went out. I don't know. The power went out. But it's back. We're good.
It's flicked off, flicked on, but the weird thing is, I've never been in here before at night when the power goes off. We have these emergency lights everywhere. So then the lights would go off, but then the other lights would. So it's what is going on?
Yeah, it was interesting.
It was interesting. Yeah, so they work.
That just went off and back on again.
Yeah.
Okay, this was the coasters, but I felt it flat.
Yeah,
on our square.
And if you purchase the sampler kit,
you can felt on.
Yeah, you get alpaca square and a wool square, and that is a flat felting surface. So you could embellish those all you wanted.
Yes,
which would be super cute as well. You could
make all the coasters.
Yeah.
With a unique
really
design.
Cute.
Needle felting, you can also embroider on them and all sorts of things. So.
That would be super fun.
So last week's question was, how long did it take for us to get a loan for the Nome Schoolhouse renovation project? And I know there was several that were good answers.
Yep.
There was 2 that had it right.
But there was one that kind of knocked it out of the park.
Yeah. Well, there's 2 that kind of.
Yeah, you're right. 2 that did. Yeah.
Where
they had them bound. we were like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They knew. So it was a full year that it took for us to get a loan. And
we did do a Kickstarter first.
Yep. We did do it. So somebody had all those answers.
Yeah, it was, of
how, and then.
And Mr. Anderson and
Mr. Anderson had told us that we were giving the banks an opportunity. And so, he's the one that saw the opportunity and gave us the loan. And somebody had mentioned that. So that was Mariella, but she won last week. And so Lori E is the winner.
Congratulations. Thank you so much.
So many. You had a lot of the story, which was
cool. We were we were in awe reading that. That was pretty cool.
So you just need to contact us on the contact form, and you'll see that you have a choice. I'm the YouTube winner, and we will send you a t-shirt. So congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
And thanks for watching and paying attention. And
yes,
it's
absolutely.
Kind of fun. And the next week's question is, what is the name of our site superintendent? Our construction site superintendent. See, it's been shared here. So, And then, so our upcoming events, we shared these last week, but we have a Dusty Shoe Tour coming up on February 20th. We don't have any of the information on the website, or tickets aren't available yet, but they will be very soon. It should be this week. They could probably be by the time this airs.
Yeah, probably.
So, never mind what I just said.
They certainly should. Yeah, they're airing now. They have to be. Yeah, because it's just
the 20th.
February 20th. So that's going to be super fun.
Yeah. So we're going to give tours, and
3 to 8. 3 to 5 is the time, the open time. $25 a person, and you get the cash bar and an amazing array of hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah, and I'll have where to get tickets below, and they'll also be on Facebook and our website. So you'll be able to find those. We'll also have an option to do the private tours for folks that don't want to kind of be with. I mean, when we do our tours, we will, only take smaller groups, and we'll split them up between Teresa and ourselves, and so we will have more
and whatnot. So
about that, and then our big grand opening would be July 1st through the 4th of this year. So, they'll be pre-booking for the rooms and all of that coming soon.
That should be hitting soon.
If not, by the time this goes.
And for sure, we will be sharing the floor plans of the rooms, the sizes of the rooms, because some rooms there's only going to be one bed with a pull-out. Some rooms are going to be 3 queen-size beds, and
they're all going to be different.
They're all going to be different. So
we're excited about that. So that is all we have for this episode 78.
78. Next week we're going to do some tours. Going to get our act together while it's still daylight out, and do some tours. It's been a while since we've taken y'all on a tour of what's going on in our beloved. But until then,
thanks so much for watching.
God bless you. Bye-bye.